Good morning, my dear students. In this video session, let us learn how to derive the Hermite shape functions for the beam element. This is one of the derivation which is being asked in the previous video question papers, which is being listed here. That is June 10, June 12, June 13, June 14. In almost all previous question papers, it was being asked the derivation for Hermite shape functions. This is also one of the important question derivation. Okay, now let us consider the beam element having two nodes. At each node there are 2 degrees of freedom that we know. Each node is permitted to deflect as well as permitted to rotate. Hence at each node we have 2 degrees of freedom. One is deflection at node 1, that let us say it is q1, and q2 be the rotation or slope at node 1, and q3 be the deflection at node 2, and q4 be the rotation or slope at node 2. Since the beam element is equivalent to one-dimensional bar element in terms of geometry only, hence the natural coordinate values at node 1 is zeta is equal to -1, at node 2 it is +1. Okay, and Hermite shape functions are nothing but they account for the derivative. Hence these shape functions are called as Hermite shape functions, which account for the derivative. Okay, Hermite here we are using 4 Hermite shape functions for these 4 degrees of freedoms. H1 represents deflection Hermite shape function, H2 represents rotation or slope at node 1, and H3 represents deflection, and H4 represents rotation or slope at node 2. Okay, and let us consider this x1 is the position of node 1 from the origin, x2 is the position of node 2 from the origin. Therefore x2 minus x1 will become the length of the element LE. Okay, now we will go for the derivation of Hermite shape functions. Now to derive the Hermite shape function, we should assume the polynomial function. For each Hermite shape function, we will assume the polynomial function of the order, cubic order, that is a plus b zeta plus c zeta square plus d zeta cube. Order, this one cubic order polynomial function we will assume for each of the Hermite shape function to determine. And here we can observe there are 4 coefficients in the polynomial which are required, so that which are equal to the 4 degrees of freedom for the element having 2 nodes, beam element having 2 nodes. Okay, now let us just apply the conditions into this polynomial function and solve 4 equations to get the values of a, b, c and d, and substitute back to get the Hermite shape functions. Okay, now just these conditions which have to be applied at for each of the polynomial function. This table you should remember, my dear students, for node 1 and node 2. At node 1 zeta is equal to -1, at node 2 we know that zeta is equal to +1. We should know these h1, h1 dash, h2, h2 dash, all these values. Okay, now here, okay, h1 at node 1, that is zeta is equal to -1, we know natural coordinate values. At node 2 zeta is equal to +1. At node 1 and 2 we should know all these values of h1, h2, h3, h4 and their derivative. We are using h1 and derivative of h1, h2 and derivative of h2, that is h2 dash, h3, h3 dash, h4, h4 dash, where h1 dash, h2 dash, h3 dash and h4 dash are nothing but dh by d zeta with respect to zeta. Now h1, h2, h3, h4 Hermite shape functions we are deriving in terms of natural coordinates, that is zeta, which is ranging from -1 to +1, which will be helpful in deriving the stiffness matrix for the beam element. Here let us assume the polynomial function for h1 a plus b zeta plus c zeta square plus d zeta cube, where a, b, c, d are the coefficients in the polynomial. Now we will substitute for the conditions for h1 and h1 dash only into this equation at each node. h1 h1 dash at each node, if we substitute, we will get total 4 equations. h1 h1 dash at node 1 2 equations, h1 h1 dash at node 2 equations, totally 4 equations we will get. We will solve those 4 equations to get the values of a, b, c and d and substitute back into this Hermite shape function, then we will get the value of h1. Likewise, similarly, we have to assume for h2 h3 and h4 this equation a plus b zeta plus c zeta square plus d zeta cube. For h2 we need to substitute the conditions of h2 and h2 dash at each node. We will get 4 equations. We have to solve for that and we have to substitute into the main equation. We will get h2. Likewise, similarly, we have to do for h3 and h4 also. We have to put the conditions for h1 and derivative of h1 so that we will get the 4 equations to be solved and we will get the values of h1 h2 h3 h4 Hermite shape functions. Now let us start from h1 Hermite shape function h1. Now if we first as we have assumed this h1 function, now we will substitute the conditions. We will substitute the conditions. At node 1 zeta is equal to -1, it is written h1 is equal to 1, that is at zeta is equal to -1. Now I will substitute, that is Hermite shape function h1 is 1 at node 1, it is 0 at other nodes. This is one of the property of the shape function. Okay, now if we substitute h1 is equal to 1 and zeta is equal to -1 into this equation, we will get that is a minus zeta is equal to -1. If you substitute minus b, it will become zeta is equal to -1. If you substitute -1 whole square plus 1 plus c minus d is equal to, but here it is not, it is misprint. You just write is equal to 1 because h1 is equal to 1 at node 1. This first equation you will get. Okay, a minus b plus c minus d is equal to 1. Now next second equation we will get, we have to substitute the conditions for h1 dash, that is dh1 by d zeta. dh1 by d zeta we should calculate, that is let us differentiate this h1 equation with respect to zeta. We will get differentiation of a, it will become 0, b zeta b, c zeta square, it is differentiation is 2c zeta, d zeta cube, its differentiation is 3d zeta square. Once you get the differentiation, after that into this equation of h1 dash, that is dh1 by d zeta, you substitute this condition. dh1 by d zeta is 0 at zeta is equal to -1. From this table h1 dash is 0 at zeta is equal to -1. If you substitute, we will get, that is 0 is equal to b minus 2c because zeta is -1 plus 3d because zeta is -1 whole square we will get. Okay, now second equation we got. Likewise at node 2 also you substitute for h1 and h1 dash conditions. h1 is 0 at node 2 because at other nodes it is going to be 0. At node 2 it is zeta is equal to +1. If you substitute zeta is +1 into this equation, h1 equation, we will get a plus b plus c plus d is equal to 0. And dh1 by d zeta, this is what dh1 by d zeta already we know. It is also a 0 at node 2, that is zeta is equal to +1. Then if we substitute zeta is +1 and dh1 by d zeta is 0 into this equation, we will get 0 is equal to b plus 2 plus 3 plus b plus 2 plus 2c plus 3d. Okay, these 4 equations we got. First equation a minus b plus c minus d is equal to 1. Second equation this one, third, fourth. These 4 equations you solve to get the values of a, b, c and d. We will get a is 1 by 2 and b minus 3 by 4, d is equal to 1 by 4 and c is equal to 0. If we substitute a, b, c, d values into this h1 function, we will get by taking 1 by 4 common outside, we will get 2 minus 3 zeta plus zeta cube. Okay, h1 we got 1 divided by 4 into bracket 2 minus 3 zeta plus zeta cube. This is the first Hermite shape function for the beam element we got. Now next we will go for the second Hermite shape function we will derive now, that is h2 by applying the conditions by using the conditions which is formed in this table. Here you can observe h1 is 1 at node 1, but it is 0 at other node. h1 dash, it is going to be 0, but h2 is also 0 at node 1. h2 dash, it is going to be 1 at node 1, that is the derivative h2 part. Okay, because h2 represents slope or rotation. Okay, h1 represents deflection. Likewise here h3 represents deflection at node 2, hence it is equal to 1 at node 2. And h4 dash, that is h4 represents slope or rotation. h4 dash is nothing but that is the derivative of h4, hence h4 dash is 1 at node 2. You can observe here it is just these values for node 1 and these values for node 2 for these. Okay, now next, now we'll move on to h2. Okay, the same procedure you follow, it is very simple. h2 is equal to the same function, you assume a plus b zeta plus c zeta square plus d zeta cube. Here you apply the conditions for h2 and h2 dash, these conditions for nodes 1 and 2, at each node 1 and 2, then we will get 4 equations. Okay, what are those? At node 1 h2 is 0, zeta is minus 1. If you substitute into this equation, you will get first equation. Okay, next, dh2 by d zeta is equal to 1, that is h2 dash is equal to 1 at node 1. Okay, because h2 represents the slope or rotation at node 1, dh2 by d zeta is equal to 1 at zeta is equal to minus 1. If we substitute this condition, we need to substitute into dh2 by d zeta equation. Here it is not shown here because already for the differentiation of this dh2 by d zeta will be as same as that is dh1 by d zeta. You will get the same equation, that is differentiation of h with respect to zeta will get b plus 2c zeta plus 3d zeta square. Okay, you can observe here. Now here if we dh2 by d zeta we will get, if you take, okay, for all the Hermite shape functions having the same polynomial function, dh by d zeta you will get same, that is b plus 2c zeta plus 3d zeta square. Okay, into this equation you substitute for dh2 by d zeta is equal to 1. Okay, and zeta is equal to minus 1 into this function, we will get b1 is equal to b minus 2c plus 3d. Next, at node 2 h2 is 0, zeta is equal to plus 1, that is for h2 in this equation if you substitute 0 and zeta is plus 1, you will get this equation, third equation. And dh2 by d zeta is equal to 0 at zeta is equal to plus 1, that is at node 2. dh2 by d zeta just now we have seen, that is b plus 2c zeta plus 3d zeta square. Into that equation if you substitute, we will get 0 is equal to b plus 2c plus 3d. Now like this, by applying the conditions of h2 and h2 dash at nodes 1 and 2, we will get 4 equations to be solved, a, b, c and d. Once you solve these 4 equations, we will get a is equal to 1 by 4, b is equal to minus 1 by 4, c is equal to minus 1 by 4 and d is equal to 1 by 4. Then by taking the 1 by 4 common outside, we will get h2 is equal to 1 by 4 into bracket 1 minus zeta square plus zeta cube. This is what the equation, by substituting a, b, c and d values into this h2 equation, we will get h2. Okay, now the same way we will derive for h3. h3 is equal to same function, we need to assume a plus b zeta plus c zeta square plus d zeta cube. Okay, now apply the conditions from the table which we have seen. h3 is 0 at node 1 and zeta is minus 1 at node 1. By substituting this h3 and zeta value into this equation, we will get 0 is equal to a minus b plus c minus d, first equation we will get. Next, by substituting h3 dash, that is dh3 by d zeta, it is 0 at node 1, zeta is minus 1, and if you substitute into that derivative equation, what is the derivative equation we will get? dh3 by d zeta, that is h3 dash dh3 by d zeta is equal to b plus same, we will get 2c zeta plus 3d zeta square. All the derivatives, because functions are same, you will get all the derivatives are same. Into this equation, if you substitute h3 dash as 0 and zeta as minus 1, then we will get second equation, that is b minus 2c plus 3d. And next at node 2 h3 is 1, zeta is plus 1 because h3 represents deflection at node 2, that is h3 is 1 at zeta is equal to plus 1, that is at node 2. Then we will get, by substituting this into this equation, we will get third equation. Next ds3 by d zeta is 0 at node 2, that is zeta is equal to plus 1. Then into the derivative equation, if we substitute, that is b plus 2c zeta plus 3d zeta square, into that equation if we substitute for h3 dash, we will get this equation, 0 is equal to b plus 2c plus 3d. Now by solving these four equations, we will get a, b, c and d. A is equal to 1 by 2, we will get b is equal to plus 3 by 4, c is 0 and d is equal to minus 1 by 4. These four values of a, b, c and d, if we substitute into this function for h3, then we will get the Hermite shape function h3. Okay, now you can observe, now by substituting these a, b, c and d into the Hermite shape function h3, we will get h3 is equal to 1 divided by 4 into bracket 2 plus 3 zeta plus minus zeta cube, that is h3 we got 1 by 4 into bracket 2 plus 3 zeta minus zeta cube. Okay, now next again same way you derive the shape function h4 same function you assume, a cubic polynomial function, and at the two nodes 1 and 2 you apply the conditions for h4 and h4 dash. Okay, and now from the table you just observe h4 is 0 at node 1, you will get first equation by substitute. dh4 by d zeta is 0 at node 1, zeta is equal to minus 1. dh4 by d zeta you should find out, that is the same, b plus 2c zeta plus 3d zeta square, into that equation if you substitute, you will get second equation. Next for the second node, h4 is 0, zeta is 1, substituting, then you will get third equation, dh4 by d zeta, that is h4 represents rotation or slope, hence derivative will become is equal to 1 at node 2, that is at zeta is equal to plus 1. If we substitute into dh4 by d zeta equation, we will get 1 is equal to b plus 2c plus 3d. By substituting okay, all these conditions, four conditions, we will get four equations. By solving these four equations, we will get a, b, c and d. A we got minus 1 by 4, c is equal to 1 by 4, b is equal to minus 1 by 4, d is equal to plus 1 by 4. By substituting all these a, b, c and d coefficients into the Hermite shape function, then we will get h4, that is 1 by 4 into bracket minus 1 minus zeta plus zeta square plus zeta cube. Like this we can derive the Hermite shape functions. Okay, now these are the four Hermite shape functions which here I wrote. These are the Hermite shape functions which we have derived for the beam element h1, h2, h3, h4. Okay, in the only the shape function we have used the notation n, n1, n2, n3 and so on for the different bar elements and truss elements, but here for triangular elements and all, for the beam elements we are using the notation h, that represents Hermite shape function which accounts for the derivative, and this is how you can derive the shape functions. Now the variation of the shape function, it is also shown. Okay, this is what the variation of the shape function, as we know that at node 1 that is h1 is equal to 1, but it is going to be 0 at other nodes. Slope is 0 at node 1, slope is 0 at node 2, and deflection is also 0. This is what the variation. Okay, and here the slope is going to be 1. Okay, h2 at node 1, this is the curve, because ds2 by d zeta we took h2 represents the slope or rotation at node 1, hence the slope is 1 at node 1, slope is 0 at node 2. Next h3 represents deflection at node 2, then h3 is equal to 1 at node 2, but it is going to be 0. It is going to be 0 at node 1, slope is also 0. We will get this curve. And here at node 2, h4 represents it is rotation or slope, that is slope is equal to 1 at node 2, but it is going to be 0 at node 1. These are the variation of the Hermite shape functions. Okay, I hope you have understood, dear students. This is one of the derivation for Hermite shape functions for the beam element, which is been asked in the almost previous question papers of VTU. You just practice. Okay, thank you. Take care, stay safe, stay healthy.